Top o the fucking morning to you. And if you're watching this video on the day of its debut, then it's St. Patrick's Day, March 17, 2023. And as you can see, for the occasion, I am wearing my Here for the Shenanigans t-shirt, because anybody that knows me at all knows that I am always down for a good shenanigan, the frequency of which have been a bit low recently, which is concerning. So if there are any good shenanigans going on, that I hope those that are perpetuating it will know by this t-shirt that I would like to be included. Now, I am about 1/8 Irish, and that's a part of my heritage I've never really given much of a fuck about. It wasn't a lot of exposure to Irishness when I was a kid, so it never really mattered to me all that much. But I've chosen to mark the occasion today because we are embarking now on a little mini run of the wide world of Irish potato chips. Now, 5 of the 6 bags of Irish potato chips that I'm going to be delving into in this next series were provided quite generously by my man in Dublin, a creative person that goes by the handle All Eyes and Ears, or AEAE. He's been a good friend of mine over the last several years, has come to the United States on more than one occasion and made some absolutely wonderful derivative works in the studio, those of which we'll be debuting at some point in the future. So give the man a follow and make this all worth his while. Thank you, Mr. All Eyes and Ears. Your contribution is much appreciated. So there's a lot going on with Irish potato chips and a lot of lore that goes along with them, and we're going to be spinning them out as we go through these bags. And I've started with this one, which seems very fitting. It's by a company called KEOGHS, and they are Shamrock and sour cream flavored potato chips. Now, this is an interesting company because it's family run, and what's notable is that the administrative offices and the production factory are on the same land and adjacent to the potato farm in which the potatoes are produced, which is got to be really interesting and psychically fulfilling, because, as you know, the Irish have suffered, and a very notable part of their history, a great potato-related tragedy in the mid-19th century, which was the Great Irish Potato Famine, where a blight afflicted all the potato crops, causing famine and economic catastrophe, and spurred a mass exodus. Many of those fleeing the potato famine came here to the United States, adding great chunks of starchy potato to the great American melting pot, much to our benefit. So I'm wondering, and this may sound insane, that having such mastery over your own potato field and offering what I might note are some very, very generously sized bags of potato chips somehow in some way relieve the potato-related ancestral traumas that your people have suffered. I may have taken too much LSD, but that's just something that I wonder about as I embark on this potato chip journey, because Irish history is so intertwined with potato-related catastrophes. Now, we're starting here with a weird-ass fucking flavor. It's Shamrock and sour cream. Now, normally I wouldn't go for sour cream potato chips because they're so fucking common in the United States, and I'm just too sophisticated at this point to eat American potato chips. But what's really interesting is the inclusion of the shamrock flavor. Now, the shamrock is the 3-leafed little plant, not to be confused with the clover and the 4-leaf clover. That's something entirely different. The shamrock is actually one of the major symbols of Ireland, and supposedly it was chosen because it has 3 leaves that represent the Holy Trinity, because, as you know, they some religious motherfuckers over there, and that's why it's the symbol of Ireland. And it's weird because it is not, and I've researched this and asked around, commonly used as a seasoning. Now, the Shamrock shake in McDonald's, actually, which you may have heard of, has no Shamrock in it at all. It's just a mint-flavored shake that they've added green food coloring to. But according to this, they've actually added dried and ground up Shamrock essence into this, and it's not something that is generally regarded as a seasoning. Like, I don't think you go to an Irish person's house and on their spice rack there's a little shaker full of Shamrock. So I don't know what the fuck the point of all this is, but except to just be very Irish and be very gimmicky. So we're gonna crack this bag and see what the fuck Shamrock actually tastes like. Now, this is a heavy ass bag of potato chips. It smells like potato chips. Nothing distinctive about the smell. And also, I'm not holding this to a very high exotic factor because it's not attempting to be anything too crazy. But let's see if any of my ancestral trauma from my 1/8 Irishness is somehow salved by the balm of these delightful Shamrock flavored potato chips. All right. Keep it clear. Well, the sour cream flavor is very present. Not a flavor I give much a fuck about, but it's definitely there. As far as the Shamrock flavor, I mean, I see little green flecks all over the chip, but I'm not discerning any particular taste. But I feel like getting drunk now. Sorry, that's such a horrible stereotype. But these aren't tasty. Hearty ass chips. Tastes like what it said it was going to taste like. Isn't exactly leprechauns dancing around in my mouth, but these are decent. Flavor is kind of boring. The Shamrock taste is obviously just a fucking gimmick. But hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. You've really suffered a lot in your relationship to potatoes. If this gives you some sort of agency over that, by all means do it. Not a fan, but just because I don't like sour cream. But other than that, I'm looking forward to seeing what else they come out with because the chip itself is fucking great. I don't think I'm going to make a figure of this bag. I don't like the graphic design. But these are satisfying, and this is actually going to probably serve as my fucking lunch because the bag is so full. So, alright, Keo, good job. If you like sour cream flavored potato chips, then you're going to fucking love this. Because what I like about these, they don't have that fake artificial flavor vibe, although I'm sure it's in here. It tastes wholesome. It tastes as wholesome as the bag would suggest it would. So, happy fucking St. Patrick's Day. Thank you, Mr. All Eyes and Ears. This is just the beginning of our little journey into the Emerald Isle, so have a fucking happy St. Patrick's Day, however you celebrate. If I see your ass passed out in front of McSorley's, I'm gonna fucking kick you while you're down, but other than that, everyone go brah, brah.